So now we are going to solve the problem, what's your name? You're giving the first name and last name of a person on 2 different lines. Your task is to read them and print the following. Hello, first name, last name. You just delved into Python. Complete the print full name function in the editor below. Print full name has the following parameters. String first, the first name, string last, the last name. Write your code here. Okay, so we have to have a function that is, you can recognize it with a def. So this is the function. And now we should write our code inside of this function. Complete the print full name function below. The function is expected to return a string. The function accepts the following parameters. String first, string last. So we have to make a combination of string and parameters. So the parameters that we use are first and last. So what should we write? Hello, first name, last name. You just delved into Python. Okay, so we write hello. Then we make a space, then we make plus the first, and this is the first parameter that is going to put into the function, and we are going to read it here. So let's run this now to see if that works now. Okay, hello Ross. So that seems to work. The first name here from the example is Ross, and we say hello Ross. And they expect that output should be hello Ross Taylor, you just delved into Python. Okay, so how you can imagine is we are writing this function and then they are going to test it and they are going to give 2 parameters, in this example Ross and Taylor, and then they are going to test if the function is giving the output as it should. So we have to write hello space. Then first we write the string, that is always like that, and then we use the variable first, so the part of the code that can always be adapted depending on what you write into the function. Then you want to have a space again, then you want to have the last name, so you make plus last. After this you need the exclamation mark, and after that you are writing you just delved into Python. Okay, we can just copy this here. This is just a normal string that will always stay the same. So now we make the space. Don't forget the spaces after you wrote something, otherwise it's not going to have spaces either here. So now we are going to write plus you just delved into Python. So this should be the solution. We have the string here, then we have the parameter here, that is the first name, the next parameter, that is the last name, and then we have more strings in the end. Okay, here you can also see the output, actually what was already written from Python. So Python, this is just a standard thing that you do if name equals main. We can explain that on a different video. So we have here the first name and the last name defined. And this raw input is just something that the Hackerrank gives. You can also write, so here you would write the name. For example, okay, you cannot change the code now here, but here could be raw input, that is the name Ross. And this raw input from the last name in this example is Taylor. And now it's calling the function here. The function print full name is being called. That means that it gives out this code here with these parameters, first name and last name, that are defined here. Now let's run this code. And it works. Hello Ross Taylor, you just delved into Python.